to another video at KSTYLEYO. My name is Inyoung. If you're interested in learning Korean language and culture, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so that you don't miss anything. So today I'm gonna talk about how I take Korean notes and share some tips and tricks for you to improve your Korean note taking. So now I'm gonna show you what are the things you may need to have in order to have successful Korean note taking. So I have a pencil case. I'm gonna open up my pencil case. So I got 5 different colorful pens. So this is one of my favorite pens made in Korea. This is called Miffy. This is 0.38 millimeters. So this is very thin, so it's great for writing notes between lines and also write small and clean. And also you're gonna need different colors of highlighters. And also it's good to have mechanical pencil and also eraser. And I got a sticky notes. These are to mark pages that need to stand out and remind you to go back later. And also I have a really thick notebook. So this is gonna be my main note. So you're gonna write down your grammar and also summary and expression and phrases. Pretty much everything that you learn about Korean language, and write down your progress in this main book. And this main book, I like to have it as a hardcover because I want to go back and make notes every single day. So it has to be very durable so that it doesn't get ruined easily from opening up all the time. It's also good to have a smaller size notebook. That's gonna be for vocabulary. I'm gonna explain to you in more details later in the video how you can organize your vocabulary in that small note. And now let's jump right into my big note. Here is the main note I just showed you. I like a note that has a spring in the middle if the note is thick because it is easier to flip through pages without bending too much. I grabbed a black pen as a base color. Although it is a bit inky and thick, I like it as it's erasable. I'm taking a note from a webtoon script that I went through in one of our weekend lives. I'm writing down 4 useful phrases here in this video to demonstrate how to organize notes. Certainly you can use any kind of note you're most comfortable with. If you don't have thin pens like this or write letters big, you may need a note that have big gaps between lines or don't have any lines. Ultimately, get a notebook that you want to look at it every day. First of all, I encourage you to write date at the first line of each note. It's good to keep tracks on dates so that you're aware of how well you're progressing in learning Korean. And also find out what kind of things you learn at a particular date, and also when was the last time you studied. And also you can always challenge yourself writing dates in Korean as well, because I know the Korean number can be a little challenging if you don't practice. I use different colors of pens to identify what the subject, object, and verbs are for different colors. I use subject as orange, object as pink, verb as blue, and green is miscellaneous work. This is exactly how I do during live streaming as well. If you want to see more about how I organize sentence structure, you can check out any of my live streaming videos. And I always suggest you to write direct translation below each phrase, because the sentence structure is not the same thing as English, and at the same time, the way we say in Korean, it may not be exactly how it's said in English or in your language. And also on the right side, you can write interpretation as well. And another note, you can also use brackets to identify what word has been omitted in Korean. Because Korean structure, it's not as strict as English to use subject, verb, object, all the words like that. In Korean, oftentimes we're gonna omit subject or object when we know who or what we're talking about. And it's good to mark in some ways in order to identify what has been omitted. Lastly, I'm using a yellow highlighter on verb endings to make them stand out. It's really easy to start learning Korean language, but at the same time, it gets harder and harder when you encounter verb endings. Not only there are many different verb endings, and they can be used differently based on the nuances. But be mindful that when you use verb ending notes, whether the verb that is used before the ending is actually conjugated form or verb root, because depends on the verb ending may require verb root or conjugated verb root. Here is the small note for vocabulary. Personally, I like it light, thin, and without a spring in the middle. It needs to be easy to carry anywhere you go to look up words you want to remember. Certainly, you can use Quizlet app, which allows you to check words all on your phone. But having a small note is also useful as you can actually train and improve your handwriting. I got this note for $1 at a dollar store. That's right, dollar store sells items for $1. I'm dividing the width by 3 using a non-proper ruler, but you should probably use a ruler. Now draw a line between the first and the second column and fold the right side over to the line. You write any vocabulary you learn from the main book. Now you're gonna write Korean on the left column and any language you're learning Korean from on the right column. I encourage you to write words in infinitive verb forms or nouns, and avoid writing adjective forms as you can easily make verbs into adjectives and adjective forms can vary. The reason why I folded the page is to hide the meaning on the right side. Otherwise, it's too easy to cheat. I've been there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share this video with your friends and families. And what has been your experience for Korean note-taking? If I didn't mention in this video, please share in the comment section so that others might benefit your comments. If you have any questions, always let me know in the comment section as well. And I see you guys next time. Bye bye.